Hey love, welcome to our space. I hope you're enjoying your cup of tea. In today's video, we're going to be looking at teas for hair care. But if we haven't met before, my name is Farida, also known as Curly Proverbs, and around here we are all about the Ayurvedic hair care life, and we have had amazing feedback from our viewers and subscribers who suffered from a range of issues such as stagnant hair growth, hair thinning, postpartum shedding, alopecia, all having amazing results with the regrowth or increased growth of their hair. So if that's the kind of thing that you're interested in, definitely make sure that you subscribe and hit that notification button so you don't miss a beat, because we're going to be coming at you with a whole load of recipes and hair care ideas. So tea, everyone knows that it is great for you, rich in antioxidants, really good for relaxation, and has loads of hair benefits. But did you know that actually it could be used for hair care as well? The best part of this video is that you probably have some tea in your cupboard right now that you could use, whether it's an Earl Grey, English breakfast, green tea, black tea. They all work really well. You can actually use them in combination, or you could use them as single standalone ingredients. And you don't even have to have faith that it's working, because literally from the first application, I promise you, you will see a difference in your hair strength and immediate decrease in your hair shedding. So we're actually going to be doing 3 recipes today, and I know somebody's going to ask, but the tea that I was just drinking is from the tea people. It's the Tulsi Holy Basil tea, and in fact the teapot, the cup, pretty much all the tea that you will see in today's video actually came from them. This video is not sponsored by them, but I just wanted to shout them out because they're a social enterprise company. 50% of the profits from their tea sales actually goes towards building schools in the areas where the tea growers live, and they really focus on education, especially for girls. So big shout outs to them, and they're based in the UK, so it's a win-win. Let's go make that tea. Just a real quick overview. If you are dealing with hair that easily is breaking, thinning hair, things like alopecia, postpartum shedding, or even just like a slowed growth rate, this could really be a game changer for you. I've had people DM me and message me and say they've even reversed grays, they've thickened their hair just by using some of the tea recipe suggestions that we've had on this channel. And today hopefully will be no exception. Please come back and leave a comment below and let people know if you try it and which your favorite recipe is and how it's worked for you. So let's get into making the tea. So the first tea here, I'm actually going to be using ashwagandha. Now I've actually got, again from the tea people, ashwagandha. I believe this is ashwagandha root, and I also have the powder form. This I actually got from Amazon. I'm going to try and link everything that I can find links for in the description box below. But ashwagandha is amazing. It's known as Indian ginseng, and what it does is it actually helps the body to deal with endocrine disruption. So if your hormones are out of whack, if for example your hair loss is due to hormonal issues such as being postpartum, such as stress, it actually helps to dampen the stress effects on your endocrine system and rebalance it so that is no longer an issue in your hair loss. That is the way that it works. And then the next ingredient that we're going to be using is actually green tea. I got this gunpowder green tea from Tea People, and the reason why this is so potent is because it actually blocks DHT. It blocks, again, the cascade of processes in the body that causes hormonal surges that lead to hair loss. It actually blocks the active sites in that cascade, so that you are able to curb hair loss. But also, aside from that, it's really rich in antioxidants, which is great for scalp health, which is great for revitalizing and waking up the follicles. So a really good one to have in your recipe. And I've had loads of amazing feedback from people who've used green tea even just as a standalone, and it's literally halted their shedding in its tracks. The other thing that's actually also in abundance in green tea is vitamin B, and vitamin B plays a really key role in your hair health, in your follicular health. It prevents splitting, it softens the hair, whilst the caffeine strengthens the hair and blocks the DHT. So a really, really good blend of goodies to have in any ingredient. Okay, so the next ingredient is actually jamun fruit. This is my new love, my wonder herb, and there's actually proven studies that show that it has potency in inhibiting hair fall and actually increasing your hair growth rate. It's really, really potent stuff, full of antioxidants, and if you can get jamun fruit powder, that is the more potent pulp to use, but just jamun fruit on the whole has been found to be beneficial. But if you can find jamun fruit powder, that is ultimately the best version of it. So all you want to do is you want to brew up 2 teaspoons of each of those ingredients and leave it to sit in a closed container, maybe 8 hours, and then you can use it as a rinse over your hair after you've washed your hair. You can rinse your hair, leave it onto the ends, leave it for about 15 minutes, and then go on with your deep conditioner and rinse all of it out. Or you can use it to spritz and strengthen your hair throughout the week, a maximum of 3 times a week. So let's get to brewing. I am simply going to, I really like this teapot. It's got, these are great. By the way, if you go to IKEA, you can actually get some that are shaped a little bit like this that you can open, put in your herbs and close. I really like those as well, but this is quite convenient because it's going to hold everything in. Please don't mind me as I inevitably get this all blown in my face by the wind. Cute is this? Gorgeous, but I don't have 3 of those. So for the purposes of you being able to compare what the teas look like after they've brewed and have like a visual representation, I'm actually just going to do these in some glass jars. So let's just go grab those real quick. Okay guys, the henna, my absolute game changer, rise or die, my first love in the Ayurveda world. I have said to you so many times that it's super strengthening, and that actually after the first application it can leave your hair feeling a little bit dry. Well, having it in a tea really does dilute down that effect, and one thing that I have noticed over time with the use of henna is actually it really changes and improves your curl definition, the formation of your curl, and also it helps your hair to retain moisture. I'm just going to insert a picture of me when I thought I had arrived and I stopped being consistent with my henna. Here is a picture, and then basically compare the definition of those curls to now. I have used no oils, I have used no butters at all. I've basically washed my hair and put in a leave-in conditioner, and in that picture I had used oils, I had used butters, but nothing was helping me to hold on to hydration. So in the long term, even though sometimes you can experience, because of the strengthening effect, it can feel a little bit drying, your best bet is to just balance it out with hydrating ingredients at the same time, because the long-term build-up of henna is like no other actual ingredient. All the other ingredients, their effect washes out when you wash your hair. Henna is the exception. By the way, this is my own brand, Henna. I'm gonna have that linked in the description box below if you want to support, if you want to check it out. The reviews for it have actually been fire. It balances out the oil production in your scalp and pH levels, and promotes hair growth and reduces hair fall. And from the first application, you will literally see that your hair is strengthened. So I'm going to be using 2 teaspoons of that, and then you guys know I love me some fenugreek. Yeah, I'm gonna have some fenugreek, and that of course has its own mucilage that it produces when you put it into a tea, that replenishes the hair, gives you a little bit of smoothness, a little bit of slip when you are manipulating your hair, which helps to prevent snagging, which helps to prevent breakage. But aside from that, it contains lecithin, which really conditions the hair, and also it has bioavailable protein, which means protein that can actually penetrate into your body or into your hair and actually be utilized. So I really love that about fenugreek. Some people say it smells like maple syrup, some people say it smells spicy. I think the difference in how we perceive the smell is actually genetic. I find that really interesting. So I love using fenugreek, so we're going to be including that. Okay, so this is Jata Masi powder. I really love that. If you include it in your hair masks, it gives amazing slippage. It's a really dark color once you've used it, and actually it's renowned for darkening the hair. A really good one to use to balance out the potency of henna. And to be honest, I really had been thinking for a long time I wanted to release this as a mask, but I thought it's best not to go from one that changes hair color to another mask that changes hair color. But I do absolutely love it. I adore it. It's super strengthening for the hair. What this also does is it increases follicular size, elongates the growth phase of the hair, and some people have reported that it's helped them to reverse grays with consistent use, and consistent use is the key term here. So let's get to putting this all in here. I have here some chamomile flowers. You know, chamomile tea, one of the most relaxing teas you can drink. Now this tea that we're mixing up, so the previous one is great for regrowth, great for balancing out if your hair loss cause is actually hormonal. Okay, so I've got me some chamomile tea here, literal flower heads of chamomile. You know, this is a super relaxing tea when you drink it. And just a quick point to note that previous tea is really good for if your hair loss is due to hormonal reasons, for example postpartum, and even stress hormones. And this one is probably the most gentle of all of the teas, and could be quite a good one to start with. Now chamomile really is great at detoxifying, and is great for follicular health and can help with relieving itchy scalp, dermatitis, psoriasis, and other skin ailments. A lovely alternative to this would be if you were using calendula. So I've put in my chamomile, and then I'm going to go in with some aloe vera powder. Oh, guys. Okay, so aloe vera. This contains vitamins A, vitamin C, vitamin E. All of these actually contribute to the cell turnover, promoting healthy cell growth, healthy scalp, and healthy hair. It's also rich in vitamin B12 and folic acid as well, and just generally great for the cuticles, sealing down the cuticles and locking in goodness as well. Now a third ingredient that I would have included but I don't actually have today is nettle. Now you can actually get the hydrosol of nettle, which you could add once it's cooled down, or you can actually go and get nettle tea and use that as well. It really does help with hair loss, hair regrowth. It's rich in silica and sulfur, and its benefits extend to its ability to counter alopecia and hair loss. Many researchers have given weight to nettle's potential to stimulate hair growth and promote healthier, thicker strands. So this really is, guys, when I say the good stuff, it really is. Okay guys, so our teas are made up. I'm literally going to leave them to brew and then keep them refrigerated until I'm ready to use them. Make sure you discard it within 7 to 10 days as a maximum. The last thing that you can do to really boost the potency and the power of your teas is actually to mix in essential oils. I wouldn't do that at the stage when you have got a hot mixture. I would actually add the essential oils just before applying to the hair, and great essential oils which have been showing amazing results in journal reviews include lavender, peppermint, basil and rosemary. They have shown regrowth in people who've had chemotherapy and alopecia. So adding that, just a few drops of those essential oils to your main mixture is going to really take it that extra mile with the goodness and potency and speed of results that you're going to see. So I hope you found this video to be helpful. I thought it was time to do an update. Comment below, let me know which of these recipes you've used, if you have used any, or if you've used any of these ingredients, or was there something in this video that I mentioned that was new to you that you cannot wait to try. I'm gonna have everything linked below. I will speak to you in the next video. Bye.